Today we're going to be doing strut on my brother's car. It's a 1997 Toyota Camry. We're going to do all four. We're going to do 3 today, and then the other one, when the other part delivers, we'll do that one separate. But today we're going to do the passenger front, passenger rear, driver side rear, and yeah, but let me get my tools out and then set everything up. So for the job, you're gonna need a basic set of tools, right? Not that. I'm gonna have an impact gun. You can use a breaker bar and cheater pipe for a lot of this stuff. You're gonna need a 12mm ratcheting wrench or a short 1/4 inch ratchet with a 12mm for the strut bolts. And then you're gonna need a 19, a 21, and for my situation, because it has different lug nuts on each side, so we're gonna need different one of those. And I'm pretty sure that the 2 spindle bolts are 22s. Yep. And then you're gonna need a pair of vice grips, or a pair of, or a wrench. I just got that for the stuff. But let me jack this car up and then we'll get started. Now we're taking off the wheel for the car. Yeah, and we jacked it up with a jack stand. Safety's #1 priority. Now we have removed the wheel. We're gonna have access to our, I think this is a 12mm, and we're gonna have to remove the ABS sensor, sway bar end link. I think that's what that is. And then your 2, I think they're 20mm or 21mm. I'll let y'all know as soon as I figure out for sure to get this disconnected. Be back. The brake line is a 12mm. This is gonna be a 10. This is a 14, and these are 18s. Either way you do it, but yeah. I lied. This is not gonna have to be removed. It's this one right here. And this is still a 10mm that goes right there for this line right there. So yeah, now we're gonna crack loose the sway bar end link. This is where the vice grips come in handy. This likes to spin, so what we do is we put the vice grips on the back of the sway bar end link and then loosen this up with the impact. So I got the bottom spindle bolts out. They're a 19mm. You will need like a plier or something, and then I got a hammer to smack them out. Be back. And just like that, now the shock is free. As you can tell, it's free. So now we're gonna go inside of here and get the 12mm out. Right out. You will need help hand. I have my brother here to help me lower this shock because it will fall. It could break something, so I decided to ask for help. So now we're gonna go get the new one and do everything we did in reverse. For in here inside the car, you will need a ratcheting wrench because the far bolt is in there. I'll say that. But let me go get the new one and we'll be back. So we got the new strut spring top hat assembly thing. I compared it to the old one and it's the exact same one. So we're gonna put this one in. I'm gonna wait for my brother to come back from the bathroom and then we'll get started. First, we are going to screw it in. Yeah, be back. So we got the new strut in, brand new. Now we're putting the new tire back on, reversing everything we just did in that order. Now we're gonna put the tire back on. Everything's been bolted up, torqued, and we're gonna do the other side. Rinse and repeat. I'm really bad at this YouTube stuff because I never record an outro for these videos, but for my brother's car, we got the rear struts. We got one driver strut in. We're waiting for the other one to come in before we put it back on the road. But the procedure is very similar. The only difference between the rear and the front is the size of the spindle bolts. I think the other one is a 22 and one's a 18 or 19. And then the bolts for the top hat of the front struts are 14s compared to 12s on the rear. Other than that, it's very similar. But if this was helpful, drop a like, man. But that's it. Peace.